What's up, everybody? A Spirit with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on the Space Engineers Inspiration series. We're starting things off today with the Emissary, and that's it. There's that's all there is in the title, and it is quite literally all there is in the description. There's just no description. So this is, I kind of actually enjoy these because it basically means that when I get things wrong, no one can correct me and go, "You didn't see it in the description." No, I did not. So I kind of like when there's nothing in the description in a way. But this was actually a build that was recommended to me via Discord, and not an actual build by the viewer, just something they found, which I always encourage too. If you guys find anything that you want me to look at or something, do let me know. As always, there's no real science, rhyme, or reason to what gets picked. It's just whatever strikes my mood at the time, and I go, that looks really cool. One of the things that particularly drew my eye to this one was this right here. It's almost like a hangar slash... kind of looks like either a dry dock or like a shipyard type style rather than an enclosed, sealed hangar. It's actually got just this open floor plan type thing, which I thought was pretty interesting. I thought it was kind of cool looking. I also like some of the, like, just design things, like the use of the neon lights here is really cool, and it kind of draws your eye to the screen in front of the reactor and stuff. Although I have to admit this, this was something I pointed out in my Let's Play video in, I think, the last episode or something, I'm not sure, but I find it interesting that the panel readouts will give you power and hydrogen, and when you're in the ship, it'll tell you how long you have before the batteries run out, but it won't tell you how long you have before the hydrogen runs out. I find that a little bit interesting, but yeah, I like the use of the neon light things here. I think it works really well with the ship. Of course, I always love the new ion thrusters, so that's a plus. But this is another one of those ships that's kind of got a bit of that plausible look to it, in terms of, I could see this in like an Alien movie or something, you know, like a movie where you've got some kind of, I don't know, industrial ship or something. I don't know. This is also an interesting use of the new button panels, which is kind of cool. I can't say I've seen them attached to railings. I didn't actually know that would work, so that's good to know. Now it says use ramp. I don't see a ramp anywhere. So I'm gonna try and get... screw it. I was gonna try and do it from the catwalk, but it's not working very well. Oh, this ramp. Or this is a ramp. Oh, okay. I will say, I have yet to actually dabble in how hinge blocks have probably changed the game, literally. I'm not sure I like the positioning of this, though, because it's really hard to, like, get to the button from here, in my opinion, anyway. I probably would have put them, like, on the inside, or on the, I guess you can't do it on the inside, but I don't know, I would have put them somewhere where it's facing the railing a little bit, I think. But that's just my opinion. We've got an elevator up here, which looks cool, or sounds cool anyway. I do like this exposed catwalk area type thing. I think this is kind of cool. In survival aspects, I'm usually more pro having everything sealed up so you don't have to keep your visor on, but in terms of just style, I do like the industrial feel of having these just exposed catwalks. I think that's kind of fun. Alright, so if we go in here... So this is the elevator, apparently, and it looks like a very well done elevator in that it doesn't really look like an elevator. Like when you walk in here, this kind of looks like it's just a block. So I like that. Use lift 1. Well, I think that was 1. Nope, use lift. Okay. So there's 3 buttons, and I'm not sure which one does what. So we're just gonna start pushing buttons. Oh, okay, it brings it down to you. That was not what I expected. Okay. So this is a bit of a different elevator. We've got lights. See, there's so much of the collision box things that I've still got to play with that I'm not sure about how they all work. It's like, I didn't think you could get away with having lights there that then come down, but they do. And it works. That's kind of cool. And then this top part comes down, and it's kind of like the ceiling light, I guess? This is really cool. There's a lot of thought that went into the mechanism of this. It's really neat. And then that goes all the way up. I'm not too sure what purpose that serves. And that opens... What is this for? Use lift. Oop! I imagine this is the same... Okay, this goes down. So that's the down buttons, because you lose the buttons from down there. Okay. Okay, okay. And this goes back down. Oh, it's a third. This is really cool. This has got to be one of the smoothest operating elevators that I've actually seen done in a very long time. I really like this. This is a really well done mechanism. And look how clean all that is. Like, they use blast door blocks so everything meshes up really nice. This is really well done. I really like this. And then that's probably a call button for if it's down. I think my favorite part to that is the multi-layer, though. Oh, okay. I was like, why is there a med bay right next to the door? It's probably because of things that I've mentioned before, of like, it's a good way to get to it in a pinch. I'm not sure what this is for out here. Kind of looks like an observation area, maybe? I'm not sure I like the refineries being out exposed, though, in terms of a combat situation. That could cause a problem, but I am in love with this elevator. I really like the multi-layer aspect, that there's like 3 different components that are moving around. Each one's a little different. It's not like just one floor leads to another floor kind of thing. Yet, they all work really well. Also, a big fan of this console setup. This looks legit. Even from the front or back over here, it all looks like it's just a... Oh, yeah, I really like that. It all looks like it's a very stable, it doesn't look all super, or, subgridded. It doesn't, I mean, it is, but it doesn't look like it. Even, even this part, like, the way they did this part looks really good. So it really doesn't look like it's not part of the ship. This is a really good use. Like, this is exactly what the Inspiration series was designed for. I have a feeling this is the main flight seat, which kind of makes me feel like I pasted this in backwards now. I saw this giant thruster and figured that was the main thruster and that this was the main bridge, which it could be. I'm a little confused as to how this is actually set up, but whatever. One thing I'm curious about is I'm wondering how much light the neon lights are actually producing. The reason I say that is because I'm noticing all the light is white, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of blue light coming off of that, so I'm wondering how much that's just for decorative. It works. It looks really cool. But I'm wondering if it's actually giving off any light. I love this thing, though. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what they did. So we've got a rotor that goes to a small grid for the button control, so that they could make the button console. That makes sense. We've got this part, which is the same thing. It's a rotor that comes off of there, comes up, and you got 2 buttons to control that. Then you got a blast door around... Is that a battery? No, timer block. Around a timer block. With the lights. Okay, so that's not too complicated to do. And then this part... So that's that piston. When that piston comes down, you basically have 2 other pistons that are set at different heights, or they're lower, I can't quite tell. And then that is set up differently. It's a different grid area. And that brings that down. There's spotlights. There's another rotor. So that you can have another button panel. Okay. And this is just catwalks. Where is that tied to? Oh, those pistons. Okay. So it's essentially like 5 different grids, which is probably why it works, is because there's not as many things that are having to meet up with the right alignment. I don't know. That's cool, though. That is really, 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 really well done. That's probably one of my favorite elevators, and that's why it took so long to actually analyze it right there. I know this isn't the Reverse Engineer series, but, you know, I haven't been doing that one, so you're gonna get a little bleed through of the Reverse Engineer going on. I really like the combination of glass and the neon tube block from the Sparks of the Future DLC. I really like that. That's pretty cool. It adds, like I said, I don't know how much lighting it's actually doing. Here you can kind of see that cyan blue lighting, so I guess it is giving off light. But yeah, I'm not so sure how much lighting it's actually doing, but it's a cool effect, though. I'm guessing this is the mess hall, because we've got the kitchen and a lot of sodas and all that stuff. We have the restrooms, and then it looks like lockers and cryo chambers, so I'm guessing this is kind of like a basic stationary area. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why you'd have cryo chambers next to the mess hall unless you just, you know, had a food coma after you ate, but whatever. We got a cool observational area. What is that? Weather clear. That looks cool. I like the use of the catwalks to make like an armory look, like a cage. That's pretty cool. We're gonna have to check that out. I don't see a way to get to it from here, though, so we're gonna have to go the other way. Yeah, I really like this ship. It's... even little things, like adding this... I'm guessing this is incomplete, so you get this kind of graded look. It's cool. Just add some stuff. And this... okay, blast door. That works really well with these vents, surprisingly. I'm not sure how they have them flipped, because usually blast doors, you know, they have the... oh, you clever, clever person, you. So if I'm right, they're using the blast door collision boxes to be a little off so that it keeps this clear from scraping with the pistons and all that stuff. But see, again... oh, no, that's blast door too. Okay. So at all the contact points where it actually matters... there's either a subgrid that keeps it from going out into the collision box, or there's blast door blocks, which don't collide the same way. That's so subtle, I missed it. That's really clever. I mean, seriously, if nothing else, props to this ship for one of the coolest elevators I've ever seen. And yes, I have roughly spent probably 10 of the 13 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, so far gushing over an elevator. But hey, that's pretty much why we're here, right? So that's why I'm here anyway. I don't know why you guys are here, but that's why I'm here. Alright, so is this the front? No, this can't be the front, can it? Is this the front thing that I've been looking at? There's a yellow seat. I think it is. Holy crap. This isn't a bridge. This is an observation deck. So I probably do have the ship pasted in backwards then. My bad. If you make ships that look different than the way I expect them to look, you can't be mad at me when I get it wrong. I mean, you can, but there's not a lot of point in it. Alright, what is this? Upper decks. You have to use the cool elevator. That looks like the external area with the catwalks. Yep, okay. So that leads into this room, which looks like a small hangar, like some kind of shuttle hangar. Nice, cool use of the new LCD. I do like those new button consoles that you can actually set the colors and everything. No more of that ugly, weird, can't read anything stuff. This is an airlock. Oh, okay. This leads out there. Duh. We were just talking about that. Okay, so we've got a large hangar door there. Let's go through this way, because I hate waiting for hangar doors to open. Interesting external airlock here on the side. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Where's that light coming from? Oh, all of the lights underneath it. Okay, well that makes sense. Duh. Open. Open sesame. Okay. So yeah, this kind of looks like an armory cage, which is really cool. And it's super simple, like it's just using the graded catwalks flipped up. And a lot of people probably wouldn't even think to do that. I didn't think to do that, but it works really well because it does kind of look like a... The only thing, and this is like super technical in that this is beyond nitpicky. The only thing is if this was an actual armory cage, you'd have to have a slot or something where you could actually retrieve the weapons, but... one could argue it's not an armory cage, though, because it's just cargo and stuff, so it could just be requisitions and things, and you just have to be cleared to go in. There you go. So, they're not in the wrong. Okay, so that's that door. That leads to the small hangar. I do really like... This build is probably one of the first ones I've seen that really uses these new... button consoles. What are they called? Sci-Fi one-button terminals. I am not calling them that. That's way too long of a name. Wait, how do I close it from out here? Is there... whatever. Oh, is it on a sensor? Maybe? That was weird. It started to close. Whatever. I don't care. We'll just leak the air. Who cares? Okay, so then this leads back to the main platform hangar area on the back. But where does this go? Probably up to the top? Okay. And this leads up here. Okay, so I have legitimately pasted this in backwards. My bad. I know there's an access point through here somewhere. Where was it? Ah, here we go. Not the way you're supposed to do it, but whatever. Yeah, I completely pasted this in the wrong way. Oops. Okay. So we've got pistons for the landing gears, hinge reverse. I'm guessing that's going to be the catwalk on the back. Landing gears, turrets, thruster control, jump drives, and that's about it. So not a whole lot in terms of controls, which is always fun for me, because I don't have to worry about it too much. Turning, it's probably in the heavy Corvette to capital ship department. It turns a little on the slower side. And no, I am not subtly using the flight tests to turn the ship around so I can take a proper screenshot of it. No, that's not what I'm doing. It accelerates pretty quickly, though. I don't know about deceleration, because it looks like we pretty much only have the one main hydrogen thruster on the front there, which is obviously the front. I don't know why you'd get it confused for the back. But yeah, I really like this ship overall. There's the overall design. I'm not sure I personally would have built it this way, because I'm not usually one to do the industrial kind of plausible look in a way, but I do really like a lot of the interior designs and stuff. There's a lot of little details on this ship that are just really well made, so I really like it. So with that, we're going to wrap this one up. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so next up we have the P-LRC Ascender Corvette. Now this one actually is built by a viewer ship and it was designed as a reconnaissance vessel, I believe, according to the description. So there is that. And I think that is kind of, I was going to say representative, but I guess conducive to the design of the ship, in that it doesn't have a whole lot of like windows and glass and all that. It looks like it's designed more as almost like a stealth kind of reminds me of like a submarine kind of thing, where it's like you're supposed to be going under the radar type of thing, so you don't have a lot of glass and stuff, because that's just my logic behind it, but it looks pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of a stealth fighter or something akin to that style of ship. It does have one mod, which is probably for this guy, which is a coil cannon? A magnetic coil cannon. I don't know if there's other modded weapons or not, but I believe the mod is a weapon pack, I think? So there's that. But I'm not sure if it uses any other parts of it, or if it's just that one weapon. Obviously there's a couple of them. But they look cool. The weapon looks fun anyway. So let's go ahead and get inside here, because it seems as though, because of the stealthy reconnaissance vessel type design, see, like even this, having the red lights, it just reminds me of like a sub, or maybe a battle, like a destroyer or something, where you do the red lights type of thing for night maneuvers and whatnot. Anyway, it's kind of a cool idea. We got cryo stations. Oh, a nice little chill area. Little lobby type thing. Let's go with lobby. We've got a bed and a couple beds and a restroom back here. So that's probably, I'm seeing kind of like 4 to 5 people maybe, because we've got a couple cryo chambers, a couple beds, and you might have like 2 people, like maybe working crews of 2 or something, so it could be a 6-person vessel kind of thing, maybe. Possibly. I don't know. This goes down to what looks like kind of a cargo engine room. And this does feel like it has an asymmetrical design on the interior, because we've got like this side, but then over here it doesn't go the same way. It doesn't go down on the left side, it's only on the right. So it kind of has a bit of an asymmetrical design in that regard. Got a cool blueprint there. Engineering non-pressurized area. Okay. Font was a little small for me. Okay, so we have... Chill. We have the reactors back here, which is very cool, very mood-lit with all the green. It's got a bunch of jump drives on it. It can drop into a planet. Well, a planetary atmosphere. I don't feel like it's much of an achievement for a ship to be able to drop into a planet. I mean, that just requires gravity. But, it's a, that looks like the bridge. We're going to do that last. So, it did in the description mention that it can transition to a planetary atmosphere, and then use the jump drives and stuff to kind of skim along the area and basically do reconnaissance, as it's supposed to do. It does mention in the description that it's not really designed for prolonged confrontations. Ooh. Ooh. This one has an elevator too. And a very cool one at that. How did they do... Is this just really... Okay, it's just really recessed. I was going to say, that doesn't even look like there's a rotor head on that. That's really cool. I mean, let's be honest, it's going to be a while before we top that other elevator, but this is still really cool. And as long as they're stable and functional, I'm down with all the mechanical stuff. This is still confusing me. I've had a comment discussion with people on my Let's Play videos about this. I guess it's either the fact that you can disable the subgrid damage, or they've changed the collision boxes for pistons and no one told me. Because the fact that this is all just normal blocks and it retracts fine is hard for me to wrap my head around. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say they changed the collision boxes, or it's the fact that they've changed the subgrid damage that now that doesn't break things. But I remember when you used to do piston mechanics like that, and when it retracted, it couldn't resolve the collision issues, and the ship would just start flying everywhere. But I guess they've made improvements. So I gotta get used to that. Alright, so what do we got here? Targeting reticle, coil cannons, obviously these are the rocket launchers, camera, stern, airlock docking view, connectors, gear front port, okay, lights on off, connectors on off, locking, parachutes. So not a lot of crazy complicated controls, which is always fun. I don't think I can... Oh, okay, you can actually control the turrets. I was gonna say I can't... Wait, which turret am I using here? I have no reference point. Where am I? Is this the underbelly? Oh, it does have drones as well. I don't know how to control those. So I think this is the top one. Well, that sounded fun. I didn't see anything happen. Okay, so it's the underbelly one. Yeah, how do I control those? I don't see controls anywhere. Now somebody, we're gonna try this. Somebody told me that Shift K can control drones, but I don't know how that would work. Airlock connectors. There's gotta be mag locks. There's gotta be, it's probably these, because they say locked. So if I unlock them, well, that was one of them. Oh, nope, there they all went. Now they're all unlocked. Okay. Shift K is not doing anything. So either I've got my controls set up different, or that does not work. Okay, so that one is loose. But I don't see a remote block or anything to control it. Now, the only thing is, we may be able to access it. Nope. Maybe? Nope, that's the ship. Unless there's another control seat. Like this one. Maybe that's it. We've got... Okay, bow, stern, port, and starboard controls, toggle block, mag locks, okay, okay. Do we have remote blocks? No. Well... That's a remote block. Grid control forbidden, seat remote with higher priority is already okay, not sure what that means. Alright, so we're just gonna leave the drones alone. It has drones. Let's just leave it at that. It has drones. There. There's the drones. Oh, nope, they're coming back. Are they programmed to come back? They must be. That's weird. I don't know why they're coming back. Now they're not. Whatever. Alright. I broke the drones, but that's par for the course. So where are our missiles located? Oh, that's weird. They're not firing any trails. So it looks like there's 3 right there. That's pretty cool. Alright, so in terms of movement, it accelerates and moves really nicely. I like how this ship flies. This is a lot of fun. Oh, okay, you'd have to use the 3D horizon setup to figure out where you're wanting to go. But yeah, I really like the movement of this ship. It moves very smoothly, so that definitely is a plus in my book. But with that, we're going to wrap this one up. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, and last but not least, we have the Imperator MK4 Delux. Now, not gonna lie, I'm not entirely sure exactly what this ship is for, because the description was fairly light, and it never really described it as like a yacht or a combat vessel or anything like that, so we're kind of just going to wing it and see if we can figure it out. Now, it does say that it is compatible with any atmosphere or whatever, which makes sense because we've got ions and atmo thrusters and probably a couple of hydrogens hidden somewhere, but not necessarily. But I really liked this ring shape around the front. I thought that was kind of different and cool looking. So I wanted to show that, and that's part of what caught my eye. The other thing is I did see some wood flooring in some of the screenshots, so I'm guessing it leans towards like a yacht style, maybe? I'm not really sure, but it had a really cool exterior design to it, so I wanted to show it off. Also, I don't know where the main door part is. I also really like the use of the neon. Some people are getting really fancy with that. I think that's pretty cool. But I don't see a door specifically, so I guess we're just gonna try and go through the hangar and hope that it's on a sensor, or that there's a button, maybe? That always does kind of bug me when there's like a hangar or something and you're kind of like, well, how do I get in? I was really expecting that to actually open. There's a connector here. Okay. Well, this is different than I was expecting. I didn't think I could just walk in on the side. That's kind of cool. Kind of unexpected, but kind of cool. Okay, I can't go through all of this. Alright, come on now. There's got to be a door, right? There's got to be a door somewhere. Why does everybody make it so complicated to find a door? Access points should not be complicated. Maybe in the ring? I cannot figure out where the door is. I was really set on the hangar, and I don't see a button to open the hangar. Okay. Okay. Shut up. Just because I had to hack into the ship remotely and open the hangar door doesn't mean that there wasn't complicated door issues. Leave me alone. Yeah. I mean, in one sense, it makes her a very secure ship, right? Because no one's going to be able to open the door or get in the ship unless they bust in or hack in. So, there's that. I do kind of like the different uses of the textures in here. It's kind of neat, like how they put different colors and stuff on the vents and walkways and things like that. It's kind of cool. I'm guessing this is kind of the industrial part. We've got like the jump drives, batteries, cargo container. It has a decoy with an antenna out here in the nose, so I'm guessing that's kind of the, not necessarily engineering, but kind of engineering area. Access to the gyroscopes. Stop it. Thing's trying to squish me. Alright, let's go up here. More gyroscopes. The design of the ship is rather interesting. Like, you got glass over there, a couple over here, a couple tucked over here. It's just kind of different. I'm not sure if that's... It seems intentional. I'm just not sure. And I really like this. This is kind of cool. Having the batteries have that neon glow texture to them, and then have all the conveyors and stuff have that. That's pretty cool. I do like that a lot. It almost makes it more circuitry looking kind of thing. And then we have the wood floors, because that drew my attention in the first place. This goes up here. This is kind of cool. Makes it almost look like a ship, like an old colonial ship type of thing. Particularly these slopes make me think of an older, like, sailing ship kind of thing. Got some cargoes. I like this kind of stuff too. Like, if you have this dead-end hallway that's supposed to be for maintenance and stuff, but then you just got some crates laying here, it kind of makes it look like, you know, how a ship would actually look. Lived in, I suppose, is the proper term. I don't think this Oh, here we go. I was gonna say, I don't think this really goes any further up. There are this thing has to fly really well, because there's gyroscopes all over this frickin' thing. They're just everywhere. So I'm kind of expecting it to turn really well. If it doesn't turn really well, I'm going to be very shocked. Let's go ahead and drop back down here. It's a very interesting layout, I am not going to lie. It's very different. Because it's like there's a med bay here, there's a couple gyroscopes wedged in over here. It's very unique, very different. My question would really come down to, is it more of, I did the exterior design and then this is... Really? There's a door here? Really? Okay, I don't even feel bad about that one. Normally I'd try and gloss over that I couldn't find doors and stuff. Nope, that one I don't even care. That I feel no I feel no shame in missing that door. But yeah, the question that I'm wondering is how much of the interior was essentially done on purpose, like with a design in mind, or how much of it was the exterior was done and so this is how the interior had to work. I'm curious about that. Not that it's bad or anything, it's just so random that I have to wonder if it was lemonade out of lemon style, or if it was actually designed this way. If it's designed this way, that's very intriguing to me. Because I personally find it very difficult to design on purpose something that's that random type of thing, where it's not, it's like super asymmetrical, there's a lot of different random areas and stuff. Wait, did I loop back around? Nope, just same layout, okay. I'm guessing this is the elevator button. Yep. See, like that, it moves perfectly smooth with solid blocks around it. They have to have changed that. That's got to be new. Because it never would do that before. Okay. And we got a couple of cargo and a conveyor. Vent there. Yeah, it's just really disorienting in a way. But yeah, and that's one of those, like I've said before, it's not really that it's bad or anything, it's just one of those that I'd be very surprised if it was all done like I drew this all out and meant to design it like that. That would be very surprising to me. I do like this view though, this is really cool. Alright, what do we got here? A lot of things that I cannot read. I'm just going to have to figure out. Thrusters, we'll leave that one off. That's a lot of just utility controls, so nothing really fancy that we need to worry about. So let's go ahead and test the maneuverability. Now obviously acceleration, since I don't see any hydrogens on here, ions are going to be a little bit slower. But it's not too bad. I mean, it gets up and goes. Again, if this is coming at it from some kind of yacht type of situation, then I wouldn't expect it to really fly like a fighter. I am very shocked at how slowly it turns because of just how many gyroscopes we've seen in this build. I mean, looking down at the right corner, it is a fairly hefty build in terms of weight, so I guess it shouldn't be shocking, but I just feel like we saw a ton of gyroscopes, and for it to not turn on a dime seems surprising to me. But you guys can tell me in the comments if the weight on the right panel adds up to where it's like, no, it would need like a billion gyros or something. But anyways, but with that, we're going to wrap up this episode here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.